get so many messages from people saying, I ignore all of my child's tantrums, but they're just not getting better. And other messages from people saying, it's really cold to ignore my child's tantrums. There's so much information out there, and there actually is an instance where we're going to talk about ignoring our child's tantrums, but ideally when they happen, what we want to be doing is teaching our kids a replacement behavior that they can use that produces the same outcome that the tantrum did. For example, they're having a tantrum because they want to get your attention. We're going to teach them how to say mom. Or they're having a tantrum because they don't like the way their socks feel. We're going to teach them to say fix it. Or they're having a tantrum because they don't want to talk to us. We're going to teach them to say space, please. However, there are certain instances in which ignoring your child's tantrum is actually going to be your best bet. And that is when we tell our kids no for something, or we deny them access to something and they still have a tantrum. Because what frequently happens is that we tell our child no for something, they have a tantrum, and then we try to talk them out of it or convince them as to why they shouldn't. But what ends up happening is we accidentally end up prolonging that challenging behavior, because our child learns, when I have a tantrum because I'm told no, my mom offers me a ton of things, she gives me a lot of attention. They're wondering, do I still have a chance to get that item back or be told yes? So that's not something we're going to attend to. However, there are things that we can do to decrease the likelihood of that even happening. One, you can offer them an alternative item when they ask you for something and the answer is no. For example, you can't go scooting outside, but we can build a fort instead. And the key is that this is happening before challenging behavior. We're not offering our child all of that good stuff after we tell them no, then they have a tantrum, and then they learn, oh, my mom starts whipping out all this other stuff. This is happening beforehand. And if they don't want that other thing, that's okay. The other key to this is that when we offer the alternative item, we keep it moving. What we don't want to do is offer the alternative item and then stand there and brace for impact. Wait, is my child going to have a meltdown or not? Instead, start the next activity. Something else you could teach your child when you have to tell them no for something is teach them a phrase to use when you tell them no that is heavily reinforced in the beginning. Teach my students, and I've taught my toddler to say, okay, sounds good, no problem. For example, if my toddler asks me to read another book and I say no, I taught her to say, okay, no problem, and that was heavily reinforced with gems for her gem jar, and sometimes actually the activity in itself. Finally, with all of those proactive strategies, if things still go sideways and our child has a tantrum, that's okay. We're still not attending to the challenging behavior. And I know that's going to feel hard, but just remember that this is in their best interest, because our days are filled with denials and being told no. And if our kids can't handle that, and every time they are told no, they have a tantrum, or they're expecting somebody to make it better for them, then they're going to struggle. So keep in mind, you're teaching them a very valuable skill that is going to help them.